it comes to dunks.
Julian Phillips, the top undecided player in the nation with the block. Link Academy's on a 7-0 run. Trey Green,
Your feet land, then you push it. Throw it in, feet land, then you push it. That's been around as long as me. That's a long time.
You had Arkansas and Duke in the Elite Eight. Future players at Arkansas and Duke right there. Jordan Walsh and Dariq Whitehead. Brother Tahir in Chicago. A 9-year NFL veteran at linebacker. Spent time with the Cardinals last season. All of Dariq Whitehead's family were there in Chicago celebrating his selection to the McDonald's All-American game, and Whitehead won the MVP Tuesday.
That was our Italian food night.
That was. We always have an Italian food night on the road, Paulie B. For to shoot, Renew, the kick.
For position in the paint. Evans is extremely long at 6'9". Has over a 7-foot wingspan.
That's two top 10 juniors in the country. 3 minutes to go. Montverde going for back-to-back Geico national titles and their 6th overall. Link Academy in its first season of Jordan Walsh is at the scorer's table, ready to check in.
Okpara gives them a presence at the rim. He's got to continue to be more active. Look to swat everything. Get some runouts.
Again, the top in the D.C. metro area. Keontae George. Oh, lost it going up. And it's taken away by Kwame Evans Jr. Mitchell saves it, and Whitehead puts it in. The future
in a straight line fashion.
Walker lost it. Stolen by Whitehead. The McDonald's All-American Game MVP with the layup plus the foul. Hutchinson, long two. And Dylan Mitchell with the rebound for Montverde, which has won a record 5 Geico National Championships in the 13-year history of the event. Dariq Whitehead to tie the score for IMG. And the Ascenders also had Bradley for their win over Montverde at Hoop Hall mid-January on ESPNU. That's the biggest question. Sean McAloon, their coach, said, hey, can we beat Montverde without Bradley? We'll find out today.
They can, and they've had a chance to practice for a long time without Jaden Bradley. They knew he wasn't going to be available for this, so the game plan is there. They have to execute.
Dariq Whitehead. Renew on the block, playing with two personals. Blocked by Walker. Whitehead pulls the trigger and connects. In the senior class, is it Grady Dick, who we saw yesterday in the loss for Sunrise?
When it comes to pure shot making, I'm going to go with Grady Dick. When I need a bucket, I'm going Keontae George.
Dariq Whitehead can first lead since it was 5-4.
And it's all been the defense of IMG. They have sat down, they're moving their feet, and they're making it hard for Montverde to get a shot off or a clean look.
2 to go in the quarter. Whitehead guarded by Hutchinson. 3-ball, money! Dariq Whitehead.
IMG guys are finding him if it's not going to be Walker.
Walker offline against Mitchell.
That's an isolation play. They ran that in the first quarter. It's a great look for Jarris Walker, one-on-one from the mid-range.
Whitehead, the fall away over Howard. That's pure. Dariq
with Ben Simmons that went undefeated.
Lamar Washington scoops it in for AZ Compass Prep. The Dragons have a 3-point lead here in the first quarter.
Ted, you mentioned the 4 losses this year. Well, other teams have gotten better. And there's other collection of talent out there now. When you look at Oak Hill, they were fabulous this season under Steve Smith. La Lumiere, IMG. And that man right there.
Yes. Westry, 4 to shoot, lost it. Evans in the open floor. Dariq Whitehead. The scoop.
The portal, a hot place to be.
Montverde got it back. Whitehead leans in and scores.
You don't stand outside and just fall in love with the 3. You got to attack the zone. You got to gap it right there.
Whitehead on the attack and one. Dariq Whitehead. Sutton playing with 3 fouls. Gives it up for Cheney. Whitehead ahead of the pack. He's able to spin it in. Great.
I believe it's dislocated or possibly fractured, he said, but said he'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Big shot from Dariq Whitehead
Jr., who's not battle tested, quite frankly. Defensively, Evans gets beat off the bounce. The margin for error when you play top-ranked opponents, every possession is so important. Every turnover, every miss or make, every rebound, you don't know how it's going to finish. And you need to be locked in, and sometimes underclassmen or juniors aren't as locked in.
It's J.J. Starling in transition. Gets his shot blocked. Putback won't go either. And now Montverde ahead. Whitehead soars and scores.
Control. Nice job using the glass. I've been on record saying Dylan Mitchell is the best athlete in the senior class. And the great players, when they get close, they try to flush it hard.
Speaking of players selected with 7. Fears muscles his way in.
And what I love about Kevin Boyle, Pat Holmes, and all these coaches in the NIPC, they're not afraid to hold their players accountable. And that's a sign of a great coach. You know, not to take shortcuts, not to let things go.
And that shows up in the growth of players like Whitehead from the day that he steps on.
He handles the ball, and he can facilitate. So he's involved in a lot of the action and rebounding. Usage rate is about different parts of the game. And how much you involved. Do you just handle? Do you just pass? Do you just shoot? Whitehead does a little bit of everything very well.
Hood Schifino working his way through traffic with 10 to shoot. Whitehead for 3. Do with the double overtime thriller last night.
Oh, it definitely has something to do with it. The emotional energy tank, and you got a team like Montverde that's coming out, you know, to attack. So many ranked players, excellent coaches. A lot of those teams could be #1 in the country.
Man, Whitehead finds space.
Michigan signee, Son of Juwan buries that one.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. 40% three-point shooter. Going to play for his dad, Juwan, at Michigan.
Side nice feed. That was Malik. The 2021 NBA draft. Just amazing.
And they played at Montverde. Their team went undefeated. Think about who else was on that team. You can't take contested one-pass shots in this game. The defense is too high a level. The way they convert from defense to offense, there's so much talent. You know, you don't see either team pressing because the guard plays too strong. Big-time shot. You just them 4 years for Gil St. Bernard's. They go through the process when they stay in one place.
There's a lot of players out there who pick up and leave, whether it's adversity or just wanting a change of scenery. Multiple high schools, multiple stops. It's becoming rare and special for high-level players to stay at one spot for more than a few years. Dariq Whitehead again. He's got a good defending against Rice. Rice nearly caught in the air. 3-ball Ward, no. And good defense being played there by Sky Clark. Up ahead, the nice dish and the deuce.
Where he can get to the middle with his left hand.
Whitehead. Not sure how the rim. Here's Ward. That one no good. There's a lid on this basket. Here's Dylan Mitchell, the Texas signee. Dariq Whitehead, bottoms. Rebound there inside for the Stags, but just amongst the trees and the big men for Montverde.
I'll tell you what, the effort by DeMatha Catholic has been really strong in this game. On the glass.
Signee picked JMU in September over schools like Charlotte, ECU. ECU with a big buzzer beater win today, by the way, over Memphis. Oh, he's just feeling it.
Aiden Holloway, reverse, off the front rim. Rebound to Montverde. It's Clark into a crowd. Whitehead flips it up and down it goes. Akpara in the lane. Wild shot over Renault, and Whitehead comes down with it. Whitehead goes coast to coast.
He's got a score for La Lumiere. Mike Bray's going to love him next year.
Whitehead can't. Did you expect La Lumiere to be top 10 good?
In time. I didn't know if it was going to come right away. I think the addition of Aiden Holloway has made this team really hard to guard. You get back now, but now you can play a little bit more in the second half.
Clark with the takeaway. He's got Whitehead underneath. Two-hand dunk.
Just on his athleticism.
Akpara in the lane. The rebound tipped by Iwachuku to Renault. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Whitehead pulls up. That is a huge bucket. It stems the tide as
it's more of that from J.J. Starling, not just in transition, but in the half court. He's going to start to take over this game and become a little bit more aggressive, looking for a shot in his drive game, and then give it up.
On the wing, Whitehead for three. It's good.
Your best players have to understand when their team needs them. And La Lumiere needs J.J. Starling right now.
Wow, we'll earmark that technical foul called on Vincent Iwachuku as a turning point in this game. Whitehead is...
He has a very good chance.
What an interception by Renault. Sky Clark up to Whitehead. The exclamation.
Who's the knockdown shooter here? Yeah. Got a lot of guys who are improving shooter. Dariq Whitehead is an improving shooter. But nobody, they don't have that knockdown guy that they've had in years past.
How about that steal by Sky Clark? Dariq Whitehead looking for his first bucket of...
He has responded in a big way, particularly here in the second half. About a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. So Montverde's gonna hold for one and have enough time to get an offensive rebound putback.
They certainly have the height to do that, even though Vincent Iwachuku is on the bench and could very well be for the majority of the rest of this game. Dariq Whitehead with a...
Shaquille O'Neal, and he had garnered the nickname Baby Shaq when he was at Cole. Whitehead rattles in.
Meaning that the ball wasn't going in, and so what they started to do defensively, they didn't play with the same intensity that they're accustomed to.
That's more like Dick. The sidestep, Whitehead still blocked the shot. What a recovery by Whitehead, and he lays it in at the point lead with a minute and a half to go. Whitehead hits the trip.
Foster stopped, now started, finds Tybo Bailey. It's no good, and Whitehead's going to head the other way. Whitehead around Mintz, easy dunk.
Looks like you got to move.
Mintz fading away is blocked by Renew. But Shafino on the break again. He's got teammates. Whitehead throws it down to give the Eagles the lead.
Every time. He wants it every time. He believes. I talked about the belief system. Judah Mintz really believes they're going to win tonight.
Under 2:50 remaining, tied at 48. These two powerhouses going blow for blow here in Fort Myers. Burned a lot of shot clock, have the Eagles already down to 11.
I think it's good patience here. They're making Oak Hill guard them.
There's the handoff to Whitehead. He pulls up over Reeves. My goodness! Dariq! Overton 6'5", but plays bigger.
John, he is a load. You really have to think it through. before you decide to put your body on the line for a charge with that guy.
Yeah, and his basketball legs are under him now. We talked about how the first game of this tournament was his first basketball game of the year. But he has, just in 2 games, made some serious strides. Obviously, he's played plenty of basketball in his day, but there is an adjustment when you get out there for the first time for the season. Whitehead steps back. His 3 on the way, and it's good. Dariq Whitehead splash. And he eventually gets to the college level. Bounce pass inside, and Queen gets the steal.
Great rotation. Queen stopped Thornton from getting that basketball for 2.
And Evans goes all the way to the cup, and just like that, one big. Thornton got open for a second on the slip. Cormier recovers and is met by good defense. A turnover. Hood-Schifino wants to run. This is where they're dangerous. Whitehead throws it down.
Did you see how quick Whitehead got out of there? He got his aim, and you can't do that against this Montverde Academy defense. They were right in front of him, and that was a really good call by the official.
Yeah, that looked like a fullback trying to plunge ahead. Thornton right into the chest of the defender with the ball tucked inside. Whitehead all the way in, just floating to the rim.
Gerald used his quickness to get around.
Evans, one of those top juniors. According to 24/7 Sports, his top 2 options right now, Kentucky and Maryland.
I know that makes you happy with Maryland.
Whitehead splashes a 2 in to give Montverde with a chance to extend the lead. This is their first lead of the game. They did not lead for a single second in the first half. Whitehead connects for Montverde.
And what you heard can go ahead by 5 or 6, whether they get a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, that is a big swing, especially if Montverde's able to score here. This is Evans with 6 seconds to go. Left side, Whitehead, a good look. And he hits. Dariq Whitehead doubles the lead. Running against him, almost committed a lane violation there, but it is a 4-point lead for Montverde. Fitzgerald now with 4.
Whitehead has been superb. He's been their go-to guy. He's hit some really, really big shots.
And Carlisle continues to guard him, even though he has scored on Carlisle. There's Whitehead slicing to the bucket. And
the over-dribbling is killing Milton right now. I said at the break, they've got to have better crisp passing, keep moving on offense. They seem to be standing around. Too many people trying to create their own shot with the dribble.
Yeah, that was the first possession, and Whitehead buries a 3, and maybe buries Milton. Quarters, and then just, this game was 1 quarter too long for the Milton Eagles. Oh, Mitchell had to lob it over Thornton. Hood-Schifino jumps to it. Under 90 seconds now. Rick Whitehead finds Hood-Schifino. Gets the screen from Iwachukwu. Oh, backdoor cut, and Whitehead scoops it in.
Are you kidding me?
Defense. Now it's Ride out, has to kick. A 3 on the way from Hearns is no good.
Good rebound for Montverde Academy.
And that was Queen on the rebound. Whitehead down the baseline, pulls up from 10 and hits. Here's Ride out, working it around. Hill on the drive. Hill into the body of Evans, but couldn't finish. Whitehead the other way, throws it down.
Interesting, and not that I want to go off the rails on this, is inside. See a nice move there. Shot is off and tipped in by
Tyne, a senior guard, bringing it up. Not ranked, not committed. Shocker, right? But
not yet.
Yeah, he'll certainly get the exposure he needs.
Yeah, great move inside. Spin move from Dariq.
Schifino the rebound, and here comes Tyne. Down the baseline, Whitehead. Off the window, gets his own miss and lays it. Oh, contested 3 for Hill. Short. Long pass ahead to Whitehead, who comes down with it despite the effort from Hill. Whitehead going to pull the 3.
I like him as well. I really do.
Because this is the game where he's going to get to go up against guys bigger than him, which he almost never does. He's 6'10". Whitehead getting down a hill, and Hearns able to control that one. He backs it out, probes the baseline, fires it inside. Off the mark, Hood-Schifino up ahead to Whitehead. Whitehead with the reverse lay-in.
And a takeaway by Montverde's Dariq Whitehead. Showtime for the future.
The moment he caught it because he knew he was open.
And he handles the ball a lot, too, along with Dariq Whitehead, who pulls up from deep and hits. Trying to make it a 5-point game, but Few plays in basketball get a crowd going or can swing momentum as much as an emphatic block. Dariq Whitehead, that
in this game.
You'll love to see it. Montverde led by 7 at the break. It's a 5-point lead now for Montverde. Not anymore.
And if you do, you have to have receivers to your side, to the middle, and deep opposite. And that time, Wasatch didn't have good spacing.
Whitehead for 3.
He may give him a technical as well.
Great job by our camera crew tonight.
Fantastic job. Guys in the truck, Braden and company have been awesome.
Yeah.
Especially with this long delay.
That's right, a 4 overtime game on this same floor before Wasatch Montverde took the floor. Resulted in a tip time an hour later than scheduled. Whitehead posting up Visesj and over Kata. That
right now. Deming's in transition, misses everything, and this is the start of two teams I think understood how big this game was going to be, but no one back out to now down in the paint. Gets back into position and altered the drive to the hole by Cameron Barnes, and here comes Hood Shafino. Breaks down the defense. Whitehead hangs, score.
Making it hard for you to score inside, and you're not making shots from the outside.
Whitehead, the floater. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot. Renault couldn't do it, but Whitehead is there. But the ball bounces back, and look at Evans recover to reject that shot. And now Whitehead will flush on the other end. He's now 1 of 4 from deep, the first 3-point bucket for the Panthers. By the way, how about this one for you, Paul? Dylan Mitchell from Montverde already has 10 rebounds. 10. That was nearly the highlight of the game. Holland tried to go up and get that one back. Whitehead trying to find the bucket for the first time since the first to go to work. They flexed Hardaway, who didn't get a good handle on that basketball. Whitehead able to. Anthony Black's going to be making postseason noise for a college somewhere soon. Too strong on that alley-oop would be. Whitehead in transition and blows right around.
That make a big difference. Kwame Evans make the free throw. Ron Holland secure the rebound.
From Anthony Black on that possession. Just taking matters into his own hands and gives his team a slight bit of breathing room.
Yeah, he doesn't make the loud play and he doesn't make the spectacular play, but he makes the big plays.
Oh, you can hear his coach calling out, block it. Dylan Mitchell trailing his man, rises up in the air to do just that. And now Whitehead on the other end ties it.
IMG has to do a much better job of guarding the three-point line in this game.
But Shafino shot it short. Whitehead took it out. He'll fire away.
Number 2 rated power forward in the senior class. He's got offers from Florida, Michigan, Bama, Florida State, Tennessee, Texas. That ain't a bad list, Drew Felios, to pick from.
Whitehead gets the friendly roll. And the Ascenders are ascending here against the number 1 team in the land.
They are dialed in. George, Bradley, Howard, Walker, bringing it.
Largest lead for IMG. Whitehead lets it fly. For IMG is a 5-star commit to Alabama.
And the state of North Carolina is probably a top 5 talent-rich state in terms of recruiting.
Whitehead,
goodness. Is that not Houston Cougars basketball to a T?
Whitehead again. Montverde crowd will let you know. Whitehead again. Recruiting players, Mike, but also going to check on the ones you've already recruited. When they see you in the stands of their high school gym, certainly means a lot, doesn't it?
You know what else means a lot? To throw it through instead of over.
This is Walker on Iwuchukwu. Doesn't get the roll that time, but I just love the way he maneuvers and gets his own shot.
Yep, no question.
Whitehead pulls up.
It's a joke. Body on someone. You've got to box out.
Now it's Whitehead. Floater.
Where's the offense coming from for Montverde if it's not Dariq Whitehead? Who are they looking to?
Whitehead pulls the trigger.
For the Eagles. Caleb Foster, the junior point guard committed to Duke, turned it over. Montverde went 23-1 a year ago. Team that was led by Caleb Houston, now at Michigan. Jalen Duren at Memphis after reclassifying, and Ryan Nembhard, who is starring already at Creighton. What a move by White in for two.
Oak Hill playing a 1-3-1 zone. Nice attack by Montverde. They found the gap. They penetrated.
Livingston the pull-up. Oh, missed everything. Rebound by Whitehead. You got to stop the ball. He pulls up and he fakes.
The assistant coach at Indiana, still recovering from that overtime loss against Syracuse. Double overtime. Yeah, they're blowing out Oak Hill and they're blitzing a ball screen.
It's NBA length on defense. Oh, Dariq Whitehead clear the road. Foster off balance. Rebound Renault. Hood Shafino on the break.
And back cut that, but in this game, you're just going to back cut into trouble.
Yeah, and again, another rebound corralled there, and they're off and running. Dariq Whitehead with the bucket.
November. He will continually put his players in situations that are a high, degree of difficulty to try. That is an unbelievable shot. Due to them, they don't play as well together as Montverde does. And there's reasons for that, right? Like you've talked about Coach Boyle throughout. And from the time they wouldn't play, but...
Yeah, or they'd be headed home.
Right, either way.